After the dust settled on free agency, did you feel that familiar pang of dread, Leafs Nation, wondering if our beloved Maple Leafs were once again left scrambling for scraps? Or did a quiet, almost defiant confidence begin to bubble up, knowing that Brad Treliving had a different, more calculated game plan brewing? A strategy designed not for immediate gratification, but for ultimate triumph? For years, we watched the July 1st fireworks, hoping for that blockbuster signing, that instant fix. But this year, as the biggest name signed elsewhere and the Maple Leafs remained conspicuously quiet on the free agency front, a new narrative began to emerge. It's a narrative of patience, of precision, and of a general manager who isn't just reacting to the market, but actively shaping his own path forward. This isn't about desperation. It's about a cold, hard, strategic hunt for the exact piece that can finally, truly lift this team to where it belongs. July 1st, the traditional opening bell of NHL free agency has come and gone. The initial frenzy, the headline-grabbing signings, the breathless speculation, it's all largely subsided. Yet, for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the off-season work is far from complete. In fact, for general manager Brad Treliving, the real heavy lifting is just beginning. After losing superstar winger Mitch Marner in free agency, a void of immense proportions was left in the Leafs' top six, a void that simply cannot be filled by the remaining scraps of the UFA market. Treliving, a man under immense pressure to finally deliver a true contender, has openly admitted what many in the league already suspected. The free agent pool, particularly for top-tier offensive talent, was shallow to begin with, and what little was there has long since been snapped up. This isn't a sign of failure, it's a strategic pivot. Treliving, ever the pragmatist, recognizes that the path to upgrading his roster lies not in the dwindling pool of unrestricted free agents, but in the high-stakes, intricate world of the trade market. If you're looking for a top six forward, there wasn't a long list of them, Treliving candidly stated, laying bare the stark reality of the free agency landscape. This wasn't a general manager making excuses. It was a clear, concise declaration of intent. The Leafs are not interested in settling for a stopgap solution or a player who doesn't genuinely move the needle. They are hunting for impact, for a player who can truly fill the void left by Marner and elevate their offensive attack. And here's where it gets truly interesting, where the strategic genius of Treliving's approach truly shines. Toronto has the cap space to make it happen. According to Puckpedia, the Maple Leafs currently boast a healthy $4.98 million in salary cap flexibility. This isn't just pocket change. It's a significant war chest that gives Treliving ample room to maneuver in the trade market, to absorb a substantial contract, and to make a legitimate run at a difference maker, a player who can genuinely alter the team's trajectory. The decision to hold on to this cap space, rather than splurging on July 1st, was a calculated gamble, one that Treliving believes will pay off handsomely. We would have liked to use our cap space earlier today, Treliving told reporters, acknowledging the immediate desire to improve. If there's not the right fit to use it on, we'll take the flexibility right now. We've got lots of time in front of us before we start the season, so we're certainly going to be looking to add. This patient, methodical approach speaks volumes. It indicates a clear vision, a refusal to make a move just for the sake of it, a commitment to finding the perfect fit. Treliving later elaborated, emphasizing the importance of addressing the top six box with surgical precision. If we got a box there that we call the top six box, we're trying to give ourselves as much flexibility rather than spending and not addressing that need, he explained. And having some flexibility if an opportunity comes up later down the road, again, whether that be trade or otherwise. And that's probably the path right now that we're looking more closely at. This isn't just about adding a body. It's about adding the right body, a player who fits seamlessly into their top two lines and provides the offensive punch they desperately need, a player who can thrive under the intense scrutiny of the Toronto market. With Treliving's clear mandate, the anticipation for who Toronto could be looking to acquire is palpable. The rumor mill is churning, and several intriguing names have emerged as potential top six forward trade targets for the Maple Leafs. Let's dive into the possibilities, each with its own unique blend of opportunity and challenge, each holding potential to be the missing piece of the puzzle. First up, a familiar face who almost donned the blue and white before, Mason Marchment of the Seattle Kraken. The Maple Leafs have had a keen, almost obsessive interest in the left winger in the past. In fact, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman reported that the team was disappointed when Marchment was traded to the Seattle Kraken, a clear indication of their strong desire to acquire him. Marchment, now 30 years old, has one more year left on his current contract at a manageable $4.5 million cap hit, making him an attractive option for a team with cap flexibility and a pressing need for immediate impact. The Dallas Stars traded him to free up cap space, but the Kraken, under general manager Jason Botterill, might be less inclined to move him, especially as they look to become more competitive and establish their identity. In theory, Marchment would slot perfectly onto the second-line left wing for the Leafs, bringing a blend of size, speed, and a surprisingly effective scoring touch. For the past 3 seasons with the Stars, he's averaged a respectable 15-21 of ice time, proving his ability to handle significant minutes. His best season came in 2023-24, when he scored 22 goals and tallied 53 points in 81 games, showcasing his offensive upside. He was solid last season too, matching his goal total from the previous campaign with 22 goals and recording 47 points in just 62 appearances, making it his best season in terms of goals and points per game average. He was on pace to score 29 goals and about 62 points if he had played the entire 82-game season. Marchment represents a proven commodity, a player who could immediately contribute and provide a much-needed physical presence in the top 6, a gritty edge that the Leafs sometimes lack. Next, a name that evokes a powerful, almost wistful longing among Leafs fans, a ghost of seasons past, Nazem Kadri, the Calgary Flames. Kadri has been deeply missed by Leafs fans ever since he was traded to the Colorado Avalanche in the 2019 offseason, a move that sent shockwaves through the fan base and continues to be debated. Toronto received defenseman Tyson Barrie and center Alexander Kerfoot in return, but neither player truly panned out in the long run, leaving a lingering sense of what if. Since Treliving took the general manager job, he's shown a clear, almost romantic interest in his former player. Just last year, early in the season, it was widely reported that Toronto kicked tires at acquiring the Calgary Flames center, a testament to Kadri's enduring appeal and undeniable impact. However, acquiring Kadri, now 34, will be slightly more difficult than Marchment, presenting a significant challenge. The biggest hurdle in trading for him is taking on his contract. Kadri has 4 more years on a deal worth a hefty $7 million per season. That would undoubtedly force Toronto to give up significant roster pieces, potentially even a core player, to meet the cap, making it a complex and potentially painful puzzle to solve. While it may be unlikely given the financial gymnastics required, the return of Kadri to Toronto would, in some ways, break the internet. It would be an emotional reunion, a chance for a fan favorite to return and potentially help finish what he started, to finally hoist a cup in the city that drafted him. Finally, an intriguing under-the-radar option that could provide immense value and versatility. Pavel Zacha of the Boston Bruins. Zacha is a name that isn't talked about a ton in Toronto as a potential target, flying under the radar compared to more prominent names. However, David Pagnotta of the Fourth Period reported that the Boston Bruins are actively taking calls on him, suggesting he is available for the right price. The 28-year-old is fairly affordable at $4.75 million AAV for the next 2 seasons, making him a financially palatable option that wouldn't completely handcuff the Leafs' future cap space. In addition, he is an extremely versatile forward who can play both wings as well as center, offering invaluable flexibility to the Leafs' coaching staff, allowing them to adapt to injuries or line combinations. His best version is a consistent 20-goal scorer who puts up 50 to 60 points in a season, a reliable offensive contributor. While he's generally considered to be a second-line forward, he's a responsible player who can be leaned on in all situations, including defensive assignments. Last year with the Bruins, he finished the campaign averaging over 19 minutes per game, a testament to his reliability and the trust his coaches place in him. With that ice time, he recorded 14 goals and 47 points on a Boston team that many expect to continue falling in the standings after their recent struggles and aging core. Moving on from Zacha wouldn't be shocking for the Bruins, as they look to retool and potentially rebuild. The only question is if the Leafs have the assets the Bruins would demand to acquire the talented Czech native, but he represents a smart, cost-effective acquisition who could provide consistent production and defensive responsibility. A balanced package that could be exactly what the Leafs need. The Toronto Maple Leafs' pursuit of a top-6 forward via trade is more than just a roster adjustment. It's a profound statement. It's a clear signal from Brad Treliving that he understands the urgency, the frustration, and the burning desire of Leafs Nation for a true contender. This isn't about quick fixes or flashy signings. It's about a disciplined, strategic approach to building a championship team. Whether it's a familiar spark of Mason Marchment, the emotional homecoming of Nazem Kadri, or the versatile reliability of Pavel Zacha, each potential target offers a unique solution to the team's critical need: the decision to hold on to cap space, to patiently wait for the right opportunity, speaks to a disciplined approach that prioritizes impact over immediate gratification. This isn't just about adding talent. It's about adding the right talent, a player who can genuinely help the Leafs overcome their playoff demons and finally break through the barrier that has haunted them for so long. The coming weeks and months will be crucial as Treliving navigates the complex world of NHL trades, seeking that elusive piece that could finally turn hope into triumph. So, Leafs Nation, which of these potential targets excites you the most? Do you yearn for the dramatic return of beloved former Leaf? Or are you more intrigued by a fresh face who could bring a new dynamic to the top 6? Let us know your thoughts, your wildest trade proposals, and your unwavering predictions in the comments below. And if you're as gripped by this unfolding drama as we are, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for all the breaking news and in-depth analysis as the Maple Leafs embark on their most critical off-season hunt yet.